go, if you would have things to write about. But I think a lot of us had a lot of things to say. So, Drake, you wrote a lot this time. What did you have to say about this?
When I hear rain, I think of in the dugout when they rain really, just hearing all that rain, it's top of the dugout. Watching people try to get the water off the field for the and then for the or if they can do it off, get the water off the field
Okay, very good. So if you couldn't hear Drake, Drake was saying that it makes him think of when it's raining and he's playing baseball and then there's that rain delay and all of them are sitting in the dugout and you can hear the rain hitting the top of the dugout, and he was talking a lot about trying to get the water off the field, and while they're doing that, they're doing TikToks and stuff in the dugout. Oh, tic-tac-toe. Sorry, I think it's a TikTok.
You take a baseball and
they're playing tic-tac-toe.
You guys sound like boys,
Yeah.
not girls, right?
Yeah.
Well, it sounded like TikTok, okay?
Girls, all girls here these days is TikTok.
Yeah.
It's okay. So tic-tac-toe. Very good, Drake. Good job. Heather?
I said, this sound makes me feel happy because it sounds like a beautiful waterfall. And the best memory I have of my sister, it was pouring outside, and me and my sister went outside and played in the front yard with our pit bull. And I can't have a better memory with her. Well, unless she took me to Disney World, but
But that's not
it's
happening
very
anytime
slim
soon.
chance.
So good. So Heather was talking about how it sounds peaceful, it sounds like a waterfall, it's very calming, but then she also talked about a memory she had with her sister. How many of you have memories outside playing in the rain?
oh, dude.
Memories about the rain.
Me too. Me too. Playing in the rain can be a very fun time. That way. Hold on. I'm going to call in some more people here. We got to keep it quiet though. Okay, Nathan, go ahead.
Sweet.
Nice and loud.
Usually on a rainy day, me and my family play lots of board games. We all sleep, we all sleep really well when it rains. I don't know why, but we just do. To me, the rain is calming. On rare occasions, me and my brother would play in the rain, but that was some childhood memory right there.
Very good.
I've had some of the best camping trips because of the rain. It just sets the mood that you can't take away.
Okay, so you're talking a lot about a very calming mood. You're talking about playing board games with your family, going camping, just having that bonding experience. Good. Alea?
Whenever it rains, it makes me feel happy and sad kind of at the same time. When I think about her seeing about the last one that's my best friend, we would play in the rain. And it also makes me feel miserable because I know it won't happen again.
Okay. So she's reminiscing on a memory she had with her friend in Tennessee playing in the rain. So happy and sad all at the same time. Good. Keldon?
No worries, thoughts or fears, just peace. That's peace and hope.
Okay, so no worries, thoughts, or fears, just that peaceful feeling. Good. Madeline? White noise. Okay, helps her fall asleep. She's talking about in her camper, sleeping on the top bunk. You can really hear it. Wyatt?
Allergies, because like, have you ever been out in the rain? You come in the typical, all you have is stepping around and sneezing over and over and over.
Okay, so you're bringing a different element to this. They were all talking about peace and calm, and you're saying allergies. Oh, they're the worst, right?
Yes.
Okay, Wade?
I feel like, it reminds me of like all the times, like I'd be like working around outside and then it'd start raining and then we had to stop. Which kind of sucks because it puts us back a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, rain is, growing up in a farming family, for sure, rain is a huge thing. My dad just this last weekend was saying how much we need a rain right now, how much we need a good rain for those crops to grow. So yeah, I totally understand that. Okay, so part 2 of our journal entries today. Part 2 You guys already answered really a lot of this question in your journal entries, but I want you to talk more specifically about it. How can the weather, in any circumstance, it doesn't just have to be rain. Maybe it's sunshine. Maybe it's a thunderstorm. Maybe it's a tornado. How can all of those different weather instances, how can all of those things affect someone's mood? Okay, what kind of effect can they have on someone's mood or how they are feeling? That's what I want you to write your second paragraph about today. Okay? So how can the weather and any circumstance affect how someone is feeling, what they're thinking about, whether they're positive, whether they're negative, their overall mood. Okay? You want me to play the rain again while you're writing? A lot of you are like, it's so peaceful.
Casey just wanted to try to play.
I'm not.
Wild by Tom Jones.
You guys can write it on the same page. That's pretty much finished up with our writing. So who would like to share? Let's maybe hear some new people that I haven't heard from yet today to share what they have written down. Okay? Can I get some new people first? Anyone? Dave, you want to go? Oh, you were just stretching. You're faking me out. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Go ahead, Nathan.
Sweet. If I'm having a bad day and the sun pops out, it changes my mood drastically. Instead of being sad, I smile at the blue sky. It makes me remind myself that things can only get better. Storms. Storms tell me that I'm not the only one having a bad day and that things could be worse. I would have put more, but
Nathan, that was deep. Good. Good job. So it all depends on what's happening outside. It can really affect your mood. It affects the way you see the world. Very good. Wyatt?
Basically, it's influence to how the person is feeling because people can associate the weather with their emotions. Like most people think sun and happiness are the same. Because when the sun's out, it's like a nice weather and you can be outside and feel nice. And when it's raining outside or snowing, it makes you feel sad. You just feel so, like mostly still sad because lots of bad things happen with it, like floods and house crashes.
Okay. Good job. So Wyatt's talking a lot about symbolism, right? He was talking a lot about how when the sun is out and everything, it makes people feel happy versus when it's raining or whatnot. He said bad things can maybe happen. Very good. Wade?
I put when it rains, it kind of has like a sad vibe. But then, like, I've also had some like really good times in the rain. I started on 3 years of working on stuff. And I said I like it when it rains because my allergies don't act up as bad.
Okay.
When it's nice out and the wind is blowing, my allergies will get so bad I'll have to just stay in the house all day.
Okay, so you talked about your allergies, you talked about how when it's raining, sometimes it's calming, sometimes it's peaceful, and then sometimes it's sad. Heather, go ahead.
I said, weather can affect someone's mood in many different ways. Example, sunshine can make you happy because the sun is out, you can go outside and ride bikes and play with truck. Rain can make you happy, it can be very calming, but weather can make your mood change depending on the memories you have about those weather conditions. Sad, happy, calm. Yes, weather can affect you.
Very good. So again, we have that same idea going forward though. The weather outside definitely changes our mood. Kelvin? Sitting next to you, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to talk about what you think this story is going to be about. Man, it's not dog. 30 seconds. Robert, is it one way? Either back there, over here. What do you think it's going to be about, girls?
You were adding 3. You had go on the record already? You were adding 3.
No, actually, technically 3.
No,
You said this. No, 1, 2, 3. There's one in the beginning too.
Okay, 5, 4.
I was going T-I-T-T.
3, 2,
Careful with.
1.
spell it.
So, who wants to raise their hand? I'm going to take 2 volunteers only. Taya and Landon, sure, you're my first 2 hands. Taya, what did your group talk about?
We were talking about how it could be all kind of moods during a hot day or I don't know, throughout the day.
Okay, so you're saying all of the moods that we just talked about maybe is happening all in one day? Okay, good. Landon, what did you and Audrey talk about?
I said all summer in a day, it could be someone who didn't do anything that they wanted to do over summer, they tried to do it all in one day.
Okay, so they try to do everything they
That's
wanted
smart.
to do all in one day.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's what I put.
Okay, so,
What? Okay, you
Landon. What we're going to do, I'm going to be reading through this story. Okay? I'm going to stop at certain points when we're reading through this story. I'm going to ask you questions. What else do you think I'm expecting you to do while we read through this story? What, Brayden? Annotate. Brayden, what do you want to annotate when you read through a story? Okay? Maybe important information in the margins, right? Writing things down. Heather, what else?
Words that stick out to you.
Okay, words that stand out to you. Maybe words that you don't know, right? You could circle those types of words. Drake? Okay, maybe names and dates. This is a story. Do you think character names would probably be pretty important?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the setting where it's taking place? Do you think that's going to be pretty important?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe things about where this is taking place. What else? Nathan?
Wait, what?
What else would you want to annotate?
Oh, never mind. Go.
Questions that you may have, right, Anissa? Okay, questions that you may have for the author. Okay, you can question the author. Why are they writing it in this specific way? Okay, now, let me just show you my copy. I'm not going to be putting this up on the screen, but you're going to see that I have lots of annotations on my paper here. Okay, I want to see your papers full of annotations. That's telling me that you're engaging with the text. You're doing a good job of reading. Okay, so as I go through this, anything you might find important, any kind of connections you can make, I want you to be writing those things down. Okay? So the story starts, All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury. Ready? Ready. Now, soon. Do the scientists really know? Will it happen today? Will it? Look, see for yourself. The children pressed to each other like so many roses, so many weeds, intermixed, peering out for a look at the hidden sun. It rained. It had been raining for 7 years. Thousands upon thousands of days, compounded and filled from one end to the other with rain, with a drum and gush of water, with the sweet crystal fall of showers, and the concussion of storms so heavy they were tidal waves come over the islands. 1,000 forests had been crushed under the rain, and grown up 1,000 times to be crushed again. And this was the way life was forever on the planet Venus. And this was the schoolroom of children of the rocket men and women who had come to a raining world to set up a civilization and live out their lives. It's stopping! It's stopping! Yes, yes! Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second. Take a few minutes, write some things down. One question I have for you to maybe think about. What would the world we live in today, what would it be like for you if there wasn't any sun for 7 years? Just think about it, write it down. I don't want to hear any conversation, 8th graders. Just write it down.
Because I remember doing something like this in middle school.
It might be. Okay, what is one of the narrative elements we know right now? You can start to detail. Raise your hands, Robert. Setting, very good. Okay, the setting, where and when it is taking place. Robert, where is this story taking place? Okay, we're on the planet Venus. So, what could I say right now about the genre of this story? Landon?
Science fiction.
Science fiction. So we're reading a science fiction story. Okay? So we're on planet Venus. How did we get to Venus? Amira? Okay, that's a science expedition starting a population on planet Venus. Who went there?
Science.
Space people.
Yeah, rocket men and women. That's what it says right in the text. So we have rocket men and women. Okay? They're setting up a civilization on planet Venus. What else could we say about this setting, where this is taking place? Okay, what could we maybe say about planet Venus specifically?
Very gloomy.
Anissa?
Very gloomy and rainy.
Okay, it's gloomy, it's raining. Okay, how long has it been raining for?
7 years.
7 years. We have gloomy, rainy. I'm gonna put 7 years. Okay? So, thinking about that, could you imagine living in a place like this? How would you, Drake, what did you say if we were living in a planet that needed, or that was raining for 7 years? What would we need?
Because there's no sun, you can't see sun, you need a lot of vitamin.
He said we would need a lot of vitamin D. We'd have to be taking our vitamins.
Very unhealthy.
Okay, we'd be very pale. Okay, what else? How do you think our attitudes would be? You think we'd be very happy people?
Probably very depressed.
Okay, probably depressed, grumpy. I know, you couldn't go outside.
It was
Good.
Okay?
You could.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep reading here. I'm gonna keep reading. Margaret stood apart from them, from these children who could ever remember a time when there wasn't rain and rain and rain. They were all 9 years old. And if there had been a day 7 years ago when the sun came out for an hour and showed its face to the stunned world, they could not recall. Sometimes at night, she heard them stir in remembrance, and she knew they were dreaming and remembering gold, or a yellow crayon, or a coin large enough to buy the world with. She knew they thought they remembered a warmness, like a blushing in the face, in the body, in the arms and legs and trembling hands. But then they always awoke the tatting drum, the endless shaking down of the clear bead necklaces upon the roof, the walk, the gardens, the forests, and their dreams were gone. All day yesterday they had read in class about the sun, about how like a lemon it was, and how hot. And they had written small stories or essays or poems about it. I think the sun is a flower that blooms for just 1 hour. That was Margaret's poem, read in a quiet voice in the still classroom while the rain was falling outside. "Ah, you didn't write that," protested one of the boys. "I did," said Margaret, "I did." "William," said the teacher. But that was yesterday. Now the rain was slackening, and the children were crushed in the great, thick windows. "Where's teacher? She'll be back. She'd better hurry. We'll miss it." Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second. Okay, you need to catch up on those annotations. Remember, write some things down. Okay? Nathan, why don't you tell me one of the annotations that you had written down in that first part? Or maybe a question that you had, something you were confused with,
In
anything.
the first part,
Or well, the part we just did.
but the, I circled the, I didn't like
Okay, just tell me what something that you
the
wrote
dreaming
down.
of the sun of the first part and that right there.
Okay,
Where
so
the
that whole
kids
part, go
remember
ahead.
something that isn't true, but like they seen it in a dream, but they thought they seen it real. Hard to
Okay, so have the kids ever seen the sun?
No.
Yes.
Not that they remember,
But
right?
They
They were
have,
younger.
because they were 9 years old and it's been raining for only 7 years.
So it happened when they were what age?
Like,
Two.
Two. Can they really remember when they were 2?
Yeah, no, you
No.
probably have plugs.
Okay. So they can't really remember it, but Nathan, you bring up a good point. They remember things like the sun in their dreams. What were some things they mentioned? Heather?
A coin big enough to buy the world.
Okay, a coin large enough to buy the world. Brayden?
A yellow crayon.
What?
Yellow crayon.
A yellow crayon, good. Landon?
It was like a lemon and it was hot.
Okay, so like a lemon, it was hot, it was warm. Kelvin?
Gold.
Gold, very good. Okay,
There's another one, they call it a flower.
okay, they called it a flower.
That
So are
would
all of those
be
really
correct.
positive terms? When we think about them, yeah, they're all pretty positive terms to refer to the sun as. Okay, what happens when they wake up? They're trembling. Okay, what else? Their dreams are gone, right? Do you think they're pretty upset about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, their dreams of that sunshine, that happiness, they're gone. Brayden?
they know what Earth is?
Do they know what Earth is? Probably. Maybe if their parents would have told them. Okay, but that would be a good question to write down. Did you write that down? That's a good question to ask the author. Logan?
I asked this on the wouldn't there be like no farming or anything? No sunlight?
Okay, so he's thinking outside the box. He said, would there be any farming?
They'd have to fly wherever they could, or get food to the place.
How would they get food? Where would they get it? Flying it to there.
Rockets.
Logan, we're gonna find out later on in the story. They're gonna answer that question for us. Okay?
Elon Musk drove a Tesla.
What is something that like, explains something, but like, it doesn't like say what it is, like, it describes it. What is it?
So it explains something but doesn't say exactly what
Like,
it
it
is, like
describes
it's in
it.
reference to it?
Yeah, a reference,
Okay.
what's that, I know there's a word for it. Like, it describes something, okay, so if I said like this light right here, I didn't call it a light, but I said it was bright and it was hanging on the ceiling or something, like I described it.
I mean, like a symbol? I don't know.
Symbolism, that's what I was saying.
Okay, there you go. Symbolism. Glad I could help you out. Let's think though for a second. What other narrative element do we have?
Characters.
Characters. Okay, so we've got characters and setting.
Connection.
Okay, let's hear from some new people. Logan, Sylvia, what is one or who are my characters so far?
We got Margaret, we got William.
Okay, so we've got it's Margaret. I know, because there's no R. Margaret. So I would say.
No.
Okay, we've got William. We've got the teacher.
And then
So much.
Okay, Robert's got the last one here. I heard him say it. Robert, say it nice and loud.
all of them, like the other, the 9-year-old children.
Yeah, the 9-year-old school children, right? Okay, the rest of the school children. So I'm just gonna put the 9-year-old school children. They're probably all in the same class.
Wait, I made a connection.
Wyatt, what's your connection?
Like, when Billy was like, oh, you didn't write that. Like, you know, like, driving around to it's a lot in school. It happens a lot.
That does happen. Like, you didn't do that.
Yeah,
Okay?
I know that.
Amira? Okay, so you finished the story?
Yeah.
What'd you think of the ending?
It kind of sucked.
Why?
It was just
Cause
it ended. It was, like,
She was
cut
still,
right off.
it just let her out of the closet,
Yeah,
then she
nothing
just
happened.
walked out. Then nothing happened from there.
So what kind of ending was this?
An open
Open
ending.
An open, because it left you on a what?
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. If you could add more to this story, what would you add?
The ending.
What? How would you end it?
And then how like
The kids tell Margaret
Yeah.
how they saw the sun and
how
stuff.
how she missed the sun.
Do you think the kid should have apologized?
Yes.
Could you imagine being in Margaret's shoes after she wanted to see the sun so bad and then she missed it?
Yeah.
And who knows
Yeah.
when the next time she's going to see it again will be?
7 years.
7
Another 7 years.
more years. Do you think that she'd want to stick around those kids for much longer?
Nope.
If you were those other kids, how would you feel?
They were all sad. They were kind of like sad that
They were kind of like sad, like they locked in the
They were
thing,
disappointed.
Do you think they regretted their decision?
Yes.
and they like
Yeah.
walked into like the classroom with their head down and stuff like that.
So what could a potential theme of this story be?
Like, I don't really know because it could have a lot of themes.
Okay, what is the definition of a theme?
Like
moral
the
of the
meaning
story.
of the
Okay,
story.
good. The moral, the lesson, right? So what do you think those kids that locked her in the closet, what do you think they learned?
They learned like
Treat everyone.
treat everyone
same.
equal.
Equal, maybe with,
Even that she did remember it, and no one
Yeah.
else did.
okay.
Still, she still wants to see it.
So even
she-
because someone is different,
Yeah.
to treat them equally and treat
She
them
might
with
not have
respect.
all the 7 years that they have, but she still had 5 of it.
That's still a long time.
Good. How do you feel?
Right here forgot some. It was the color of stones, like white cheeses in ink.
Heather, can I stop you?
Yeah,
You just underlined that. Why'd you underline that?
Simile.
because it's
Alex, what is it?
It's a simile.
It's a simile. Why is it a simile?
Because it
because
has
it's
the word like.
comparing
Good.
the color of rubbing ash.
Okay, it has the word like. It's comparing things. Rubbing ash. What's being compared to rubbing ash?
The
How
stones.
their skin is being burned up from the sun.
Okay. Good. Good work.
It was the